Hello there, fellow producers. My name's Zane, and welcome to Music Pro Nation. So what are we all about here? Well, me and my co-founder Tim are pretty tired of how disorganized everything is on the internet in terms of information for music production. There's a million websites out there, and pretty much all of them focus on these little tiny modules like how to EQ your tracks into your mix, or the authoritative guide on compression. But you don't need modules. In what skill do you ever break it down into little modules that don't relate to each other, that you get from other places all? No, you need a holistic approach to this. We believe that nothing can be learned in isolation, nothing whatsoever. You have to understand the part and the whole in order to understand a skill. All of your tools, EQ, compression, reverb, they can all be much better understood if you see them holistically as tools to affect the timing of your sounds. And that isn't an intuitive thing for a beginner to grasp when most people tell them, yeah, cut out bad frequencies. So where did I learn my mental shortcuts and paradigms for explaining the nature of sound? Well, I kind of took the unconventional route, and it made all the difference, actually. I have no formal training. When people tell you the rules of art, you tend to block out other methods for thinking of ways to accomplish what they're accomplishing. What works for a professional only works because he already understands his mental model for visualizing sound. And he probably can't explain to you what that mental model is, he'll only know how to use it. So I've spent the last 10 years developing my own mental models for hearing and understanding sound. From kicks to pianos to wobble basses, they all follow the same general rules in order to shape and sculpt them. I didn't have a professional to explain why compression is so nuanced and difficult, so I just had to sit there and listen to compressors for hundreds of hours until I understood what it was doing to the sound in an almost visual way. This is called developing your ear by the pros, and it allows you to observe sound with your ears rather than your eyes. Instead of looking at your DAW, you need to be hearing and feeling the sounds. Not easy for a beginner to pick up. So I tell myself, and unless you know a pro that's going to be teaching you his specific methods, you're going to be shooting in the dark a lot like I was. So I've come through the other end, and although I've still got a ways to go before I can match the experience and skill levels of my idols, I feel like I'm well on my way. And the skills and information that I've learned from beating my head against music production for the last 10 years is something that I truly believe to be invaluable, something I have to share with other people. So we'll use a simple method, but it's the most important method in teaching or learning any skill, not just music production. We're going to look at the fundamentals, then we're going to go to technique, then we'll look at experience, and we'll go to mastery after that. So in Muay Thai, you got to perfect your kick before you're allowed to spar, pretty much. In chess, you've got to understand how to checkmate a king with just your king and queen before you should work on openers or mid-game or anything like that. This is the only way to learn, and it's the way all the best teachers in the world do it. We'll start by teaching you first the fundamentals, what the tools are and why they matter. And we'll explain how these will be used in the future rather than just saying this is what distortion is in a scientific sense and go figure out when you should use it. So once you're solid on the fundamentals, we'll work on technique. And technique is basically just a demonstration of how these tools are used practically by real producers. So this is a practical application of the tools that you use. So we'll explain how to set up your workflow efficiently. We'll explain about how pros do it. We'll teach you which tools are going to give you the most bang for your buck, using kind of the 80-20 principle in which tools you should be learning first. When you're good on fundamentals and technique, all you need is experience. And experience creating songs the right way and using all the tools and techniques in your bag to make your songs tight, clean, and professional. Again, there's a certain way to do this that will maximize the amount of dedicated practice that you get. So the rest of your music production journey is going to be the road to mastery. You're going to be continually refining your efficiency and knowledge of your tools until you're able to create songs that are clean and professional, emotionally enticing, and efficiently made. That's super important, that last one. So what we're saying here is don't spend your time stumbling around the internet finding random courses that cover one technique explained by one person that you'll never see again. You need to plan, you need to know the steps you need to take, and you need consistency and efficiency. And that's what we aim to bring with these courses and with our free materials. So stick around, we've already got a load of great material we'll be putting out very soon. We don't intend to stop. All we ask is that if you want to get involved in building this community, don't hesitate to contact us. This is a project for everyone, and it's not about money, it's not about fame, although sure, you might get famous, you might make a bunch of money or whatever, but this is about helping you guys get to a level of skill that makes this possibly one of the most enjoyable activities you can possibly do. When you get good enough, you won't want to work on anything else. It's an exceptional feeling. So let us help you get there. Again, this is Zane with Music Pro Nation. Thanks so much for stopping by. Go check out our materials, go sign up for our email list, and we'll see you around the community. Thanks. Later.